What is up? How you guys doing today? So, back doing a live because I knew at the end of that video I did with Urban and Love and Freedom, this question was going to come, which is someone asked, so there's a VA in Panama. Okay, so I've talked about this in several videos, but I've never titled a video to where I'm specifically talking about this. So in this video, I'm going to specifically talk about this topic. Department of Veteran Affairs outside of the U.S. and U.S. territories. So I want to be 1000% clear. So whoever watches this video, and you can go check the embassy in whatever country you're in, you can check the VA's website. Hell, when you go to whatever is calling themselves the VA, you can get this information, okay? The only VAs outside of the U.S. and U.S. territory is in the Philippines. That is it. That is the only country outside of the United States and U.S. territories that has an actual United States of America Department of Veteran Affairs. Do not be fooled by whatever other name they come up with. They can call themselves the Department of Veteran Affairs. They can call themselves American Veterans, or like in Panama. And I'll show you right here. Panama has a service. I think they call themselves VSO, if I'm not mistaken. We pull it up on the website, and you can tell when it's an actual VA versus when it's third party. Do not be fooled. None of these other countries, I don't care if it's in Europe, I don't care if it's in Canada, I don't care where it is south of the border. There is no VA south of the border. None. Not in Mexico, not here in the United States of America, not in Mexico, not here in Colombia, not in the DR, not in Panama, not in Brazil, not in Costa Rica. None of those countries have a United States of America VA. Matter of fact, here's the website. Make sure I put it on there. For Panama, right? They call it the VSO, right? The first things they're going to ask you for, and this is how you know the difference. They're going to ask you for the foreign medical program to be filled out. You have never gone to a VA in the United States or U.S. territories. They ask you to fill out a form for the foreign medical program. Why do they do that? Because that's how they get paid. So if one of the first forms you fill out says foreign medical program, that is not your United States of America Department of Veterans Affairs. That's the easiest way to tell. Another way to tell, go to the to the VA's website. There is no VA located that you're going to see outside of the Philippines. That's it. That is it. That's it. There's no other one. I don't care what they call themselves. There is no other one. So you guys out there who say, oh, well, there's a VA in the DR. That is not a VA. Or there's a VA here. That's not a VA. There's a VA in Panama. That's not a VA. That is a third-party service that bills the foreign medical program. As a matter of fact, this is another way you know. Make sure I don't send anything, show anything you shouldn't see. This is a bill from where? The foreign medical program. As you go to these services, you will get this bill every week. As long as they have a legitimate address to send it to, you're going to get this bill in the mail that shows what they pay to that service. Because the VA when has the VA ever sent a bill to your house? When have they ever sent you something saying, this is what we pay for your services? You will never get that. But you're going to get it if you're in Panama. You're going to get it if you're here in Colombia. You're going to get it if you're in the DR. You're going to get it in any of these other countries outside of the Philippines, U.S. territory, and the United States of America. You will receive this if you gave them a legitimate address. Guaranteed. All right? Now, I'm not saying that these services are bad. I'm not saying that at all. I use them myself. But you guys need to understand the difference. If I needed surgery tomorrow, they offered me surgery. Okay? You have to understand, they botched that surgery. Your United States of America has nothing to do with that surgery. Nothing whatsoever. They only authorize the payment of the surgery. If it goes wrong, that's between you and whatever country you had the surgery or whatever service you had the surgery in. Understand that. Same with medication. You have a medication list coming from the US. The doctor that you're seeing in this particular country says, no, we're going to change your medications to this instead of what you've been taking in the US. You agree? Okay. The medication somehow causes you issues. You can't go back to the VA in the States and say, hey man, y'all changed my medication and now I'm having all these health issues. They're going to look at you sideways because they didn't tell you to go there. You went there. You got to remember that. When you sign up for FMP, right, that's your choice where you go. You don't have to use these services. You can do everything on your own. If you want to go find your own doctor, you can go find your own doctor. You can sit there and write up your own, have them write up the bill. You make sure the bill is correct, send it to FMP, pay it, and get reimbursed. You guys need to understand that, man. When Urban said that, I knew someone was going to ask this question. I knew off the rip somebody was going to say, so there's a VA in Panama. And I always have to correct them. That's not a VA. That's a third-party service. I don't care how much English they speak. I don't care how many years of service they got. They're in business to make money. Never forget that. Not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're not there to try to help you. I'm not saying that the doctors there are going to try to do anything to hurt you or harm you in any way. I just want you to be aware of the situations that you put yourself in. If you go there blindly and think that's your United States of America, because it damn sure is not. It is not. I don't care where you go. If it ain't the Philippines, if it ain't U.S. territory, and it ain't in the United States of America, you're going to third party. You're going to get this because it's third party. All right? Now, if anyone else has any questions about that, man, and I'm passionate about it because I've seen people get screwed. Listening to other people in this country take certain medications and they end up getting jacked up and they thinking they can go back to the States and tell the Department of Veterans Affairs, y'all gave me the wrong. The VA gonna look, we didn't give you nothing. You chose that. So you gotta understand what you're signing. When you sign up for FMP, it explains to you verbatim. Part of the problem is when you guys sign up in these countries for FMP, they don't send you all the form. They send the form to the business. The business just keeps it. You're supposed to get that form that explains to you verbatim what all you're covered for, what all you have to do. If something goes wrong, you need to go to your embassy and let them know. Not go to them and then they send you to another doctor to try to fix whatever they screwed up. No. Know what you guys are getting into, man. Don't go over there and have all these surgeries and think, okay, I just had this surgery, I'm gonna get temporary 100%. The hell you are. Because the United States of America had nothing to do with it. You're going to put in for a temporary 100%, they're going to look at you and go, okay, well, where'd you have the surgery? In Panama. Why didn't you have it here? Exactly. So don't be fooled. Don't get in there and be fooled, man. Who I got on with me? Let's see. Yes, in the Philippines and Puerto Rico. Well, it's more than Puerto Rico. It's U.S. territories. So it's Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, Guam, American Samoa, and Northern, I forgot the name of the other one. But whatever U.S. territory, United States, and the only one, Philippines. Let's see. Or you can sign up for FMP, but take about 45 days to enroll. Yeah. I don't trust them with my info. And that's another thing, okay? I mentioned this, and again, I'm glad I brought this topic up. You know, in the United States, you have HIPAA laws, right? You have laws where doctors and nurses can't discuss your personal information. So if somebody asked about you, they can't disclose things about you in your medical records. Here in Colombia, oh, they can tell anybody anything they want about you. There ain't no laws here like that. None. Anything in your medical file, they can discuss openly because there's no laws here preventing them to do it. I would imagine in a lot of these other countries, same thing. Whatever's in your medical file, they can openly discuss it because there's no laws here preventing it. So know that. What's up, Mr. Miles? How you doing today? VASF.tech. Okay, I don't know what that is. What's up, free thinker? How you doing? Will the increase be this month? And that you should get your increase on the 29th. So yeah, because the first is on a Saturday. So most of you guys, depending on your bank, you should get paid either on the 29th, the 30th, or the 31st. You can go to your bank right now and see it because of the holiday. Normally, you could see it around the 26th or the 27th of every month. So if you go to your bank right now, for those of you who have USAA, Navy Federal, or Pentagon Federal, you should see it right now when you're going to get paid. More than likely, you guys will get paid on the 29th. If you with, who's the other one? Chase, Wells Fargo, or Bank of America, you more than likely get it on the 30th or the 31st. What's up, Mr. Chance? How you doing? T-Mix, what's going on? Let's see. I just got my passport. What country you think I should go to first, and how much money will I need to get started? That's like a needle in a haystack, bro, because I have no idea what you're going for, what you're looking to do. You want to go to the beach. You want to go to another city. You want to go somewhere real touristy. You want to go do what in the country? You want to go sightsee. You want to go, I have no idea what you're trying to do. That's very hard to answer. And then how much money you need? Again, needle in a haystack. No idea what it is you're trying to do. So that's hard to say. Let's see. I'm glad Sabanetha Colombia provides some services. Yes. And again, they third party. Do not be fooled into thinking that's your United States of America's VA. It is most certainly not. Because anytime you need something, they're going to go, what's your service connection? They've never said that to you in the United States of America. They've never said that to you if you've been to Puerto Rico or Virgin Islands or in the Philippines. They're never going to ask you that. If you 50% or higher, it doesn't matter what you're going for in the States or any of those places I've named. But here, it matters. Go in there with a broken arm and see what they tell you. We'll fix it, but we're going to have to charge you. They're not going to tell you that in the States. Would you consider the Philippines to be the most vet-friendly country? Nah, what do you mean by vet-friendly? As far as what exactly? You mean as far as what? Getting discounts or something? No. As far as what exactly do you mean discount? Because Panama offers a lot of discounts to retirees, whether it's veterans or whatever. So, that's kind of the only thing the Philippines has over they speak English over there, and they've had they're familiar with a lot of Americans because of all the bases that they had there before, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily any friendlier than any other country. Because Panama, if you ask my pick, Panama is probably going to be more friendlier to veterans because there's a ton of them over there versus, well, I don't know. That might be a toss-up between those two. But I don't know what you mean by in terms of being friendliest. Let's see. Maybe after contacting the VA, they can get the VA to refer an outside physician that they approved or authorized to have the treatment provided. No. Now, here's the deal with that. Okay. As I stated earlier, FMP, as long as it's service connected, they're going to approve it, regardless of who does it. It doesn't matter who does it, the service. They're going to approve it if you're service connected for it. Guaranteed. If you have, it can be zero. Doesn't matter. As long as you're service connected and you call FMP and say, look, I'm going to get this surgery at such and such location. They're going to say, okay, are you service connected for it? They're going to look it up. Okay, you service connected for it. We're going to go ahead and authorize it. So when you're overseas, you have to be careful. You can't just willy-nilly make a decision like that, especially because when they tried to change my medication, I contacted the doctors back in the States and were like, okay, how is this going to work with this? And they had me talk to the pharmacist. Because anytime they're looking at changing something I'm not familiar with or want me to do something I've never done before, I'm going to call the States. I'm going to ask them, how is this going to mix with what I'm already taking and the rest of this stuff I got? What are the side effects? What's going to happen? And if they tell me, well, this may occur, okay, I'm going to fly back to the States and get it from the States first. And then I will continue the prescription here. Because if something goes wrong, where did it get signed first? In the States. Therefore, who's going to take care of it? They are. Because they gave it to me. You understand the difference? If I go to the States and they give me something, and I just continue what they gave me, I can always go back. Because this is what they gave me. But if I come here, I take a bunch of new stuff, all of a sudden I'm jacked up. I don't know why I'm jacked up, and it was caused by this medication. I can't go to the VA and say, okay, I took this in Panama, this is what happened. They got nothing to do with that, because they never authorized it. That's what y'all need you guys to understand. Let's see, 50% or higher is the key to be treated for anything. States, yep. Let's see, is it cheaper medical treatment? As far as veterans are concerned, you're not paying for it if you're service connected. But if you're saying overall healthcare is cheaper here, yes. In comparison to the state, what you would pay, yes. For people who don't have, let's say you have, I don't know. Let's say you have, trying to think of something you may have that's not service connected, and you want to take care of it here, something minor, then yeah, it would be cheaper paying for it here than it would be paying for it in the States. But if it's something that's service connected, it doesn't matter because you're not paying the bill anyway. I just want to lay back on the beach and retire and stay to myself and live a good life. How much money would it take? Again, that's going to depend on your lifestyle. First thing I would tell you to do instead of just going and staying somewhere is go visit a few places first, right? Just go visit first. Don't go and then plan to stay and you haven't spent any time in anywhere. You know, you may get to a country and decide, you know what, this ain't my cup of tea, and then you have settled in and brought all your stuff and you stuck. No, go visit first. You know, if you like the beach, you know, I'll tell you to start in Mexico. Go down to Cancun, go to Playa del Carmen. That way, you know, you right here close to home. You can jump on a plane and head right back at any point. That's not gonna cost you a lot. I know a lot of people gonna tell you to go try the DR and those type of places, but I would tell you to start in Mexico first, since you want to try the beach life. Go to Playa del Carmen, not necessarily go to Cancun, because that's more, Cancun is more touristy. Playa del Carmen is more expats, laid back. You're not going to have so much of a tourist experience if that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for more of a tourist experience, I would tell you to go to Cancun. As far as money goes, again, that's going to depend on you and your lifestyle. You know, are you trying to be in a nice area? You trying to be in a decent area? Or are you trying to go as cheap as possible? So those are a lot of different factors, bro. As far as income, you know, me personally, I tell people I'm not going anywhere south of the U.S. $5,000 minimum. I'm not leaving the house. There's no point in telling me 1,000, 12, 1,500. You kidding yourself. As somebody living overseas right now, y'all kidding yourselves. $5,000 minimum. If I'm going anywhere in Europe, 7,500 minimum a month. If I'm going anywhere in the Philippines, 7,500 minimum a month. Because I'm always looking at airline tickets, getting back last minute, anything last minute I got to do, and I'm that far away. Going to Europe with the exchange rate, yeah, I ain't leaving going to Europe with less than 7,500 a month. Let's see, is there a limit on how much medication you can bring with you when traveling and going through the airport? No. All you need is a doctor's note. Well, actually, I didn't even need that. But I don't know if they got something in the system at the airport that lets them know when you're disabled or not. Because I remember going through the airport. This was a couple years ago when I was going to the DR. And you know how they give you those 90-day bottles? Those big ass bottles that are 90 days? And I was taking, I'm still taking it. Damn, I can't even think of the name of it now. It's for your nerves. Shoot. Gabapentin. That's what it was, gabapentin. And they give you these huge freaking bottles. I had 3 of them along with my other stuff. And the doctor was like, okay, you're probably gonna need this note. So she wrote up a note for me. When she wrote up the note and I went to the airport, I put my bag, my personal bag through the conveyor belt because I had the sleep at my CPAP, which they know what that is, the CPAP, the meds, and then my electronics. So I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna see all these bottles. They're gonna be like, what the hell? So I got my note out. I'm like, okay, I got my note because I know it's coming. Nobody said nothing. I went through and there had to have been, I don't know, at least 500 or 600 pills in my medicine bag. They didn't say a word. Went right on through. Got to the DR, I'm thinking the same thing. They gonna say something because sometimes they pick you out to go through the conveyor. I got picked out. Went through the conveyor, I'm thinking, okay, they gonna say nothing. Nobody said a word. I didn't even need the letter. So I guess it just depends, but I don't know if they have something with your ID that says you're disabled or whatever it may be, but they said nothing. But I would take a letter from my doctor if you plan on taking a bunch of medication. Let's see, now the HCA and Sabinet has scheduled me for a colonoscopy, and damn it, lost it. What was the other one? It was this endoscopy, and they said I don't need to pay. And here is my medical record, but I'm not service connected for it. I don't know how they're gonna pull that off, but I would stay aware of that one, blank slate, because all of a sudden you get one of these in the mail, and they like, hey, you owe us X amount. Hey, I would just take it back to them. If they telling you you don't have to pay, then they putting down something else. I don't know how they swinging that, but okay. What's up, Wayne? Let's see. Merry Christmas to you and your family, bro. Appreciate it. Same to you. Yeah, just be careful, man. Again, I'm not saying they're bad services. I'm not saying that at all. But I want you guys to be aware of who these services are. They're in business to make money, number one. That's the number one thing you need to know about these services. For example, going to physical therapy, okay? I go to physical therapy twice a week. Do you know how much? No, this is a whole bunch of them. This is for like weeks of services. Make sure I don't show you guys something you shouldn't see. What's all on this? So it just has FMP, HCA Clinic. Okay, so this is a bill, right? And it shows how much they pay every time I go. It's upside down on here, but it's over here on this side. They get $360 every time I go to physical therapy, and I go twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. For my knees, for my back, and for my knees, my back, and my ankles. I go 3 times, sometimes 3 times a week. There's $360 a pop. That's just for me. And I don't know how many people they got going there. All right? So never forget, first, they're business. That's the first thing you need to remember. Not calling them bad, not saying they're doing anything wrong. I'm just saying, if they ever told me, hey, we're gonna need to operate on your knees. Now, I'm gonna go get that done in the States. We need to operate on your back. Hell no, I'm gonna get that done in the States. I'm just telling y'all the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that, yeah, I'm gonna do it here, no problem, I'm not worried, bullshit. I'm going back to the States. Anything major that needs to happen, any kind of medication changes that need to happen, and they tell me, okay, when I talk to them online, okay, yeah, this should be okay, I'm getting it started in the States. And once I get it started in the States, then I'll come back here and continue it. But I'm not gonna do anything other than what's basic. physical therapy. You want to do x-rays, you want to do MRI, fine. You want to do creams or whatever, fine. But once you go beyond that, I'm going back to the States to get it done, and then I'll be back. Let's see, if the medicine is prescribed with your name on it, then it shouldn't be a problem. Also put those meds in your carry-on bag. Yeah, anything over the counter meds, just pack in your check bag. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, y'all know how those bottles are from the VA. Those 90-day, is it a 90-day supply? Yeah, they give you a 90-day supply. I'm talking huge bottles, and nobody said a word. But I would take that letter. Let's say, is it true that if you're below 100% and you make more money than the minimum level of income set by the VA, do you have to pay for your medicine or for services connected to disability? That's going to depend on your percentage. If you're 50% or higher, you're in the States, you don't have to pay anything. But if you're below that, and let's say, yeah, you talking about means testing. If you make more than a certain amount and you're just signed up for health care, then yeah, you're going to have to pay. But if you're service connected, it doesn't matter what you make. If you're service connected, you don't pay for that. But you're talking about people who are just signed up for health care at the VA. If you're just signed up and you have no service connections at all, and let's say you make, I don't know, $85,000, $90,000 a year, then yeah, they're gonna have you pay a deductible. But if you're service connected for it and say you make $120,000 a year, they don't care. You're still not gonna pay anything for that. What is this? Oxycodone? What is this? In the U.S., will I still get it in another country if I stay there? Yes, if they offer it. Or you can get it yourself through the pharmacy and just bill FMP. There are some medications that I found out, like in the DR, they don't have, or they won't give it to you. You have to go to the pharmacy and get it on your own. That was one of the things I had to do in the Dominican Republic. It's not that they don't have it in the country, but I just had to get it myself from the pharmacy because they wouldn't give it to me. So, but to answer that, yes, you can. And here, trying to see here, how did that work with James? I remember James needed some kind of heart medication. Did he need a prescription? No, he didn't. What happened was they didn't have it. That's what it was. Trying to remember how that happened, what happened with that situation. So James came from the Philippines. I don't know if you guys remember James or not. He was in the DR. He came from the Philippines. He needed a prescription of some heart pills. We went to the pharmacy, and I was trying to remember whether or not the pharmacist needed a prescription. He didn't. They just didn't have the medication he needed. So in the DR, it's the same way. If you go to the pharmacist, you need whatever it is, you know the name of it, and they can get it. They'll give it to you. They don't need a script. They don't need nothing. You just pay for it, and then send the bill to FMP to be reimbursed. But again, with me, I'm starting everything I get in the States. I'm not starting it here and then try to take it to the States and say, this is what they've been giving me. No. Whatever I got from the States is what I'm going to continue to get. Let's see. Usually under 10,000 is the limit that you can take in cash without having to declare it to customs. Over 10,000 in cash and any currency. Yeah, that's still the same. I don't know nobody taking that kind of cash, dude. Me personally, cash-wise, if I'm going to the States, I may have $50 on me. Maybe. Even when I'm even when I leave here and I go to, just say I go to the States, to Florida to buy whatever, I usually only have maybe 100,000 pesos on me. That's it. I don't need to take no more money than that because most of the time, I never pull out cash. I use credit cards or debit cards for damn near everything so I can rack up points. It's rare for me to pull out a lot of cash. Very rare. Most transactions that I do here, I'll pay with either my Capital One debit card or I'll pay with my Navy Federal credit card and just pay it off at the end of the month. Rarely, bro, will I pull out cash. Rarely. I don't know how y'all do that, man. Y'all travel with thousands of dollars. Now, I handle my credit card anytime they want. You want my credit? You want to rob me? Take my credit card. I know I can cancel and get my money right back. I'm taking cash. They ain't giving that back. You're not getting that cash back. I do not travel with a lot of money. You will never catch me with thousands of dollars on me. Never. What's New Year's Eve like in Colombia? It's sort of like in the States, you know. There's a lot of house parties. There's a lot of little events that go on during the day, and then at night, you know, they got fireworks celebrations everywhere. Hell, you can be sitting on one of these little mountains out here, and you can just look over the city and just see fireworks shooting up everywhere. I got invited to a couple different places. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go to do like fireworks or whatever, but you know, it's pretty typical. It's not that much different from the States, to be honest. Let's see, depends who you roll with, Markel. We call it petty cash. Never leave home without it when you're traveling with the wealthy. Petty cash? No, I understand what petty cash is, dude. I ran a business. You know, I used to keep at least a couple grand on hand during the business because I never knew what was going to happen. But me personally, no. I don't take cash, man. Rarely will I take cash. I probably should if there's ever an issue, but knock on wood, I've never had an issue where I needed to do that. If I did need to get cash, there's many other ways for me to get it. Whether it's besides going to an ATM, sending money to myself, using PayPal to transfer money. There's too many different ways now where you can get things done without even using cash with all these different types of services, whether it's Cash App, PayPal, even Western Union. You know, there's just even transfer money to money, Zelle. There's too many ways. That's why I never really worried about taking cash. When will you be traveling to Asia? Next year? No, I ain't going to Asia no time soon. Let's see. VA doesn't give any more pain pills. Oh, they don't? Wow. So they cut them off. So Oxycontin, what were the other ones? Percocets, they don't do any of those anymore. Wow. Let's see. A lot of places will only want $100 bills, nothing smaller. What places are those? I ran across those. Where is that at, Mr. Chance? $100 bills? I have not ran into a situation like that where I gotta have a $100 bill. I've been a lot of places. I've never ran across that. But a lot of times though, when I'm in the States, because like I said, I normally don't carry money. So when I'm coming to Colombia, and it say my driver couldn't pick me up for whatever reason, I would just go to a local bank and get the denomination for here, for Colombia, pesos, from a local bank. How much do you need? Give me like $50 in Colombian pesos. That's all I need. I don't roll with no cash, man. Nah. Let's see. Hello, sir. Happy holidays to you and yours. May blessing continue at your door. Thank you for what you do. It's all good, Juan. I appreciate it. Tramadol. And they used to do that. They used to not be a scheduled drug. Okay. I remember tramadol. They used to get that to everybody. That's true. A lot of places, if you want to exchange local currency to dollars, they want you. I don't know why y'all do that, man. Why do y'all even bring? Okay, maybe I'll think different about this, but especially if you're coming from the States, why are you bringing dollars when you can just exchange it in the States? I don't understand why y'all do that. You're losing money. If I'm bringing currency from the States here, that means I got to go to a money exchange place because I don't have a bank account here. And the money exchange place is going to charge you money to do it. Why not do that at your local bank? Get what you're going to spend here, and what you don't spend, you take it back to your bank and they put it back in your account. I just don't. Y'all got to teach me this. Why are you all bringing cash from the United States of America to a country where you know you got to convert it to pesos? I don't get that. If I'm going to any other country that doesn't take the dollar, I'm going to my bank, I'm getting the denomination for that country, and that's it. I'm not I'm not bringing cash. It doesn't make, because you're losing money. I don't get y'all that do that. I see cats do that all the time in the DR, and I could never understand it. You coming from the US where you got millions of banks, but y'all gonna bring cash to a country that you got to exchange, which means you're losing money. I'm not losing no money. Not going to my bank, Navy Federal. They exchange it all day. It costing me nothing. And what I don't spend, I'll take it right back to the bank. They put it right back in my account. So I don't get that. Y'all got to explain that to me. Especially you all that travel to these countries that doesn't take the dollar. Why are you taking American money? Y'all got to explain that one to me. And like Big Moose talked about, I don't even know they do this now, but now they even deliver the money to you. You ain't even got to go to the bank. They'll deliver it straight to your house. I don't know why y'all do that. I don't get it. Let's see, I get cash from Navy Federal Credit Union account. I get up to $20 a month reimbursed. Yep. What you should do, Blank Slate, this is what I do. And it costs you nothing to do it. Get extra accounts. Get extra accounts if you're spending a lot of cash. So instead of just that 20 a month, I get 40 because I have the military checking account, and I have 2 everyday accounts, both of which give you $10 reimbursed. So I get $40 a month I can play with if I need to take out cash. I've been doing that for years. It costs you nothing to open up those extra checking account. You ain't even got to keep nothing in them. Just get the debit card, and that's another way you get extra debit cards. So if something happens to your main debit card, you got backup cards. You just switch accounts. So when you max out that 20 a month on that account, you just move to the next account. You know you got $10, you get reimbursed. You max that one out, you go to the next one. You got $10, you get reimbursed. That's how I never lose money. I rarely get the chance to use them because I never take out that much cash. Let's see. Can I live a middle-class life in the DR? Come on, man. Who is this? Mr. McCall? No, you. $1,000 a month? Man, you've been watching the wrong channels. In the Dominican Republic. Where you plan on living in the Dominican Republic on $1,000 a month? In a hostel? You gonna stay in a hostel? What kind of place you think you gonna get in the DR? First of all, where you talking about staying in the DR? Santo Domingo? On $1,000 a month. Good luck. That ain't middle class. Even in the DR? Nah. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Y'all gotta get off this, man. I don't know what channels y'all watching that's lying to you guys, but you gotta get off them channels. You are not, where are you talking about staying, dude, first of all? Are you talking about going to some little small town in the DR? Hapapacor or La Vega, somewhere like that? And even there, what do you think you're gonna get for $200 or $300 a month? Real talk. What do you think you're gonna get for that? Because in Santo Domingo, dude, what are you talking about? You ain't staying in Pantini. You ain't staying in Bella Vista. You ain't staying in Narco on that. So where you gonna stay? You gonna try to stay where? Close to the Capitol? I mean, close to the presidential palace? Close to El Conde? You're gonna need at least $500, $600 a month to do that. And that may not even include utilities. So how you, with $1,000? Man, I don't know who or what you've been watching, but no. Even if you go to the beach and live over by the beach. Can't think of the name of the beach right now. Many times I've been over there. But where you think you're gonna stay? Because somebody is, I'm telling you, these channels, dude, they just trying to make you entertainment. Because once you get there and you realize the type of places for $1,000, you'll wake up quick. This ain't gonna work. You gonna move somewhere, power gonna go out constantly. Every 12 hours, you ain't got no power. You ain't gonna have no hot water. You're gonna probably be somewhere on the third, fourth, fifth, or sixth floor with no elevator. Probably gonna have no air conditioning, and you need it in the DR. Trying to see what else. The room's probably gonna be super small, and you could probably do it in Boca Chica. Couldn't think of the name Boca Chica. If you're gonna stay on the other side of the bridge in Boca Chica, you can find a place $350 a month with all the conditions I just told you. No problem. If you want to live in that, more power to you. Is it easy? Is it easy to counterfeit the smaller bills? Again, Markel, depends on what you're doing. When traveling, especially you're on business with customs, airport, dealing with security, hotels, tipping, etc. Again, bro, I take cash with me. Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. But again, there's never been an instance where I needed cash. Because everywhere we go now, all these things are connected. You take cards. So unless it's something like out of the ordinary, I'm going to, I can't even think of somewhere I'm going where they would need something like that. Because with tips, I'm taking the currency for that country. I'm not taking my dollars. For what? I'm losing. I always look at, am I losing money if I do it this way? I bring $3,000, for example, here to Colombia. Okay, now I got to go somewhere and exchange it. You think I'm going to get the same rate that my bank is going to give, which is the actual exchange rate? Of course not. If you go right here to Santa Fe Mall, the current exchange rate is just under 4 to 1. It's like 39.88. They're going to give you like 35. You might get lucky and get 36. So you're basically going to lose 300 pesos on every dollar. That adds up. No way. No way I'm doing that. And that goes for any of these countries. That to me, you're losing. I'm losing too much doing that. Talking to Howard, VA does still give out pain medication. Okay. I haven't been there in a while. I don't know. Let's see. I heard Puerto Plata is a little cheaper. It ain't that cheap. First of all, man, while we on this cheap thing, bro, real talk. Y'all must be, I don't know where y'all live, man. Can you give me an idea of where you live for you to believe that $1,000 in the Dominican Republic is middle class? I'm being real with this. I'm being 100. I'm not trying to BS. I'm not trying to be funny. But some of you all and your lifestyle, bro, I've never seen people want to travel and try to live on little or nothing and think they're going to be fine in these countries. You tripping. What's up, Howard? Let's see. Does the VA give loans for home repairs such as window? Yes. What's the program called? God. Oh, I can't even think of the name of it. Oh. Man, I got to get back with that one. I can't think of the name of it right now. But yes, they do. They offer a program to where they basically almost remodel the whole damn house. I can't even think of the name of it. Man, my memory has gotten so freaking bad right now. But yes, Free Thinker, they do. I got to make a video on that. Let's see. I live at your mom's casa. Okay, who is this? Somebody that don't need to be on here, who's a piece of shit. Well, that's the last time you say that until you make another fake channel and come back. Let's see. In and out, but Merry Christmas and stay blessed. What's up, Airport Atheist? Haven't seen you on in a minute. Also, if you bring old-looking U.S. bills, they want to exchange it in many places overseas. They want the bills to look new. Yeah, if you got any kind of torn bills at all, they ain't taking them. What up, Urban? What's going on? Let's see. Yeah, these countries are not that cheap. We just need to strive to increase our incomes. Again, I don't know where they get this $1,000 crap, man. You can do. I'm not gonna tell you you cannot do it. You can do it here if you want to live local style. You coming from the U.S., you want to come here and live local style. You want to live up in the mountains, freeze your ass off because there ain't no heat, and you out there in the elements, more power to you. I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. I'm done trying to explain living overseas. If you all keep watching these channels talking about $1,000 a month, good luck to you. Talking to Urban. What's up, Global Paper? Yeah, increase our income. 5K per month overseas. Minimum. Yes. South of the border, 5K minimum. It's loan called adaptive living. Is that what it's called? It might be. I can't remember the name of it. You might be right, T-Mex. Listen, you don't exchange the $100 bill for local currency. You use the $100 bill as a bargaining chip to negotiate your way in and out of a situation. Again, bro, I just don't take cash. We're supposed to be living our best life, right? Yeah, I don't know what kind of life. But again, Urban, I don't know where these people are coming from. I don't know how they live in the States. You know, if you're coming from a hostile situation in the States or a roommate situation in the States, and that's what you're looking for overseas, hey, do you. But, you know, if you asking me, I'm gonna tell you $5 grand minimum south of the border. You telling me Europe, 7,500. You telling me anywhere in Asia, 7,500 minimum. I'm not going nowhere less than that. You asking Joe what type of situations? Business travel, bro. I don't know, Urban. When you travel, do you take cash? Cause I don't. I take as little as possible because everything uses cards now. Everything is connected, whether it's credit card, debit card, even PayPal. You can pay for airline tickets with PayPal. Even here locally. If I wanted to fly from here to Cartagena and I wanted to take Viva or I wanted to take Avianca, I can just pay for it with PayPal. I don't need cash. When I get there, I don't even have to plan it out. When I get there, I can go online, hotels.com, booking.com. What am I paying with? Credit card. Again, I don't need cash. I honestly don't see a situation where I need to take a bunch of cash, but I don't know what you're doing. Like you said, business travel, I don't know what kind of situations it is that you're doing. Yeah, I've never had the need to just take a bunch of cash. I take as little as possible. That way, if something happens, you ain't getting much from me. Private travel. Okay. Let's see. You don't need to bring cash, especially with the Navy Federal credit cards. Let's see. Urban. I carry very little cash. I only use cash for mundane stuff like tip. Yeah, that's why I say, dude, I'll go to my bank. If I'm coming from the States, this is what I used to do, especially when I used to go to the DR. I would go to Navy Federal. If I know I'm going to spend, say I'm going to spend, I don't know, $1,200, $1,500 while I'm in the DR. I'm getting $1,200, $1,500 worth of pesos at Navy Federal before I even leave. I get off the plane, how much is it? From the airport in the DR, it should be, what is it, 60,000, 50,000 pesos? 60,000 pesos? I got it exactly, boom, boom, boom. I'm not trying to give them cash. I'm not trying to go to the airport window for them to take $20 of my 100 or $10 of my 100, so I'm losing. No, I already got what I need. Let's see, I have $1,000 saved up in the bank that will help me live a middle class life. Wait, keep losing this. So I know you joking at this point. A $100,000 saved up, okay, in the bank that will help me live in middle class with 1,000, again, not on 1,000 a month. I'm being serious, not on 1,000 a month. Yeah, where $100,000 in the bank and you think you're gonna live on $1,000 a month. Unless you plan on living out in the elements in a hut. You're not worried about electricity, you're not worried about hot water. Situations like that, okay, I can see that. You gonna live on the beach, on an island, out in the campo? Sure, you can do that. Because if you think you're gonna live like a local Dominican coming from the States, I would love to see you do that. I would like to see somebody do that coming directly from the States, only got $1,000 a month. Go to the DR and live like a local. I would love to see it. I'd love to see how long you last. Because you coming out that 100,000 in the bank. That first week of living local style, guarantee you going straight to the bank that next couple days. Nah, I can't do this. Let's see, 1,000 a month, too low, almost any country. You're right. I would love to see you do that, Charles, on $1,000 a month. I would love to see it. I love to see it. Because how much you think you're going to spend on rent? Does that include your rent, or is that just spending money? Are you saying you're just spending $1,000 a month? That's not including your rent? Or is that including your rent and everything else? Because I'd love to see that. He may be able to live good, but in a country, away from all the entertainment and just staying home. That's what I'm saying. There ain't no way. Bro, he had to live in the campo. Matter of fact, where I went to Guarny, when I showed that video, out in Guarny, it's about $210 a month for rent, right? Your electricity, all your utilities, and they even got hot water. It may cost you $30 more. Just say $250 total for everything. That's in Guarny, right? And then there's a little town that you can get to in Guarny. It's about a good 1.5 mile walk. But it's very little. There's no like malls or stores. There's very little mom and pop spots all throughout, right? And you're at least 45 to 50 minutes away from here in the city. If you want to go live in that type of situation and you're not spending on anything else, got it. You can do it. Guarny, you can do it in Santa Elena. You can do it. I'm just naming places here. I know you can do it. Guarny, Santa Elena. Let me see. Buenos Aires, you can do that. That's kind of in the city. Manrique, for sure you can do it, but you may not have nothing when you get back. There's a bunch of places around here you can do that outside the city where you're not even close to nothing. You don't really have nothing, and you basically sleeping with the elements. Because if it's cold, your ass gonna freeze. If it's hot, you're gonna be hot in the mother in that house because there ain't no air. So if you want to live like that, but you say you want to live on the beach, I mean, you can do it, but you ain't gonna have much. You're not gonna have much. Let's see. They would not be able to make it that adjustment. Like, look, I'm trying to tell you, Irvin, I would love to see somebody come from the States, move to the campo with just $1,000 a month and see how long they last. Coming from the States, you ain't gonna make it. What's up, Mr. Thompson? Take that 100,000, buy stocks and dividends. That will get you an extra $2K a month. Let's see. Talk to John. What's up, Howard? Let's see. He be cutting it short with only a stack a month. Bro, I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see somebody come from the States with $1,000. Well, I already know somebody here that came on just 30% living in a hostel. I don't know how they doing that, but he coming with $1,000 a month. I want to see it. You can definitely live like a local in the DR with $1,000. They only make $300 a month salary, so $1,000 you can. Let's see, you good, just not living lavish, but you living. You ain't living, you just surviving. Cause they know how to do it, dude. They know where they can go get a meal for 10,000 pesos. You as a gringo, you ain't got a clue. You ain't never been there. You don't know where to go get that stuff. They know where they can go get a bottle of water for 10 pesos. You don't. You learn all that as you live there. If you're going to live that kind of life, you learn all that. But as somebody has never been to the country, don't know anybody there, you're going to go there with $1,000. See, that's the problem, Kevin, is when you make a statement like that to someone like Charles, who's never been there, don't know anything about the country, and you tell them you can do it on $1,000 a month, coming from the States, he ain't gonna make it a month. Not living like a local. He gonna dip into that 100,000 within 3 or 4 days. South Carolina, anywhere in the States, look, the poorest people in the United States is pretty much upper class here. Just keep it 100. You can be on food stamps in the States. You live in like some of the locals here, the upper class locals here, where you're not worried about bills, you're not worried about how you're gonna eat, you're not worried about anything. You got your government backing you. These people here ain't got no government backing them. In South Carolina, you're gonna have a whole different experience coming here if you think the country in South Carolina is the same as the country in these foreign countries. No, sir. No, sir. The houses that you're going to in South Carolina, let's see, you probably have what, just a standard house. You got all your windows and everything. Some of these houses you're going into, there ain't no windows in it, just a big ass open spot, just air coming through. I would love to see you do it, because I've been to some of these houses. I would love to see you do it. Let's see, is that 1,000 per month plus 100,000 he saved, or is it 100,000 per month coming from his savings? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. People got money but can't access it in the Philippines because of power outages, no electricity, banks, closed malls, no power or ATM, empty long lines, keep enough cash in case of an emergency. In the Philippines, power outages. Where is this in the Philippines? Because I've been to BGC. Now it's been a while since I've been to BGC, but I've never ran across an issue like that. Let's see, no AC, no hot water, very rough living conditions with the local. No, dude. See, I'm telling y'all, Kevin, when you tell people that's never been there, they don't know anything about the country, that's the mistake. You cannot tell these people that, who've never been to these places, that you can do it on that kind of money. That's a mistake. That's the mistake that most people, even people who come here, you listen to somebody says, well, you can make it here on $1,500 a month. They get here and they quickly realize, no, they can't. They cannot. They don't know anything about this country. They don't know anybody living here. They don't know anything other than what somebody told them on YouTube. No, man. No. Let's see. If you need to take cash from an ATM overseas, avoid going to the 15th and the 31st of each month. Why is that? Let's see, he needs to at least put in for a VA increase and buy some crypto for a start to move to more financial freedom. Okay. Let's see, I would have nightmares if all I had was $1,000 a month. Bro, that 100,000 gonna disappear. I'm trying to tell you, man, that people online, again, you gotta understand, Kevin, I ain't picking on you, I'm just saying, when you say that, you have to understand, you're not just talking to people who've been to the DR, you're talking to people who have never stepped foot in the country, and they hear that, and they actually think they in their mind gonna prepare themselves for that. No, you're not prepared for that. Bro, like the house I went to yesterday, right? Christmas Eve. No, what's today? Sunday, Friday, right? I'm looking around because they asked me, do you think you can live out here? I said, maybe a day. Because, bro, y'all don't understand. I wish the drone footage I got is at night. These houses are spread out. You in the campo. When I'm saying you in the woods. And there's these little bitty taxis that come through maybe once every 2 hours. There's no way, man, I would even attempt it. Unless, like I said, I planned on being there for a weekend and I know I'm going to be there for that long, then I would bring a bunch of crap with me to prepare for that. But if I'm just going, I ain't never been there before, nah, dude. It ain't what you think it is. Gringos learn the pricing the hard way, unless you already know someone from there that can help. Exactly. That's the other part. Thank you, JM. He a gringo. You gonna pay top price on everything. You ain't paying. Okay. Keep listening to people online. You'll see. Let's see. White people from the States don't understand that in most countries, in some of these places we love to go, are hand to mouth. They make money to eat for the day. Yeah, they do. They don't. Let's see. You can find a nice spot for $300 a month in the DR. Definitely better than struggling in the States, paying crazy rent price. Where is that at, Kevin? Please tell me where in the Dominican Republic you're going to get a place. Now you're saying equal to what's in the United States. You're going to find a place in the DR that's got air conditioning, hot water. Hold up. Damn it. I'm just curious. Not trying to pick on, I'm just curious. Because again, you're telling people stuff that's never been in this country. So where is a nice place equal to what you're going to get in the United States? Hot water, air conditioning, cable, electricity with no issue. Electricity not going out 12 hours a day or 14 hours a day, every other day. Or if you move in certain parts of the DR, every day you lose power every 12 hours. Where is this at for $300? With no, you're going to have a generator or some kind of NV solar in the DR because you know power goes out there constantly. So where is this at for $300? Let's see. Typhoons going in the Philippines right now with evacuations. I have communication with people there and most are being evacuated. Wow. Let's see. You're the only person on YouTube trying to tell these people the truth about what it really costs to live overseas. That's How to Expat channels and others were full of crap. That's why How to Expat is not even here anymore. I keep trying to tell people, man, if you go back and you watch all these channels that told people, yeah, move here, it's super cheap. They're not even here anymore. They're not even here. And why they're not here? Most of the time, it's because of money. Well, you said living like a local, not like a sport. Bro, oh my God. Where do you live, bro, in the States? Where you live in the States? That you're going to tell somebody to come to the DR with $300 for rent, you're going to be okay. That is going to be equal to what you have in the state. Even people in the projects live more like people middle class and upper middle class here versus somebody that's local that's living in a campo. Dude, most people ain't never seen nothing like that. And I don't care how poor you are in the States. In the States, you can still go to a soup kitchen and get something to eat. Where the hell are you going to go as a gringo here? Where you going? In the States, you go to a church and get electricity, get money to pay your bills. Where you going to get that at here? And you come in with that little bit of money. Where you going to get that at here? That ain't happening. Let's see, I get $1,000 a month and got $100,000 in the bank. You gonna spend that $100,000 in the bank. You ain't saving that not coming here. See, I'm Hispanic and I was raised on an island. Man, that's you're looking at it from your perspective. You ain't looking at it from the perspective of a person coming from the States, ain't never been in these countries, coming from the States, coming here. And that's not spoiled America. Well, if you want to call it spoiled America because people on welfare in the States live just as well as some of these people living where I'm living right now. So I'm telling you, you all give people the wrong idea when you say this. You coming from an island, bro, you got a whole different perspective than somebody coming directly from the United States of America, coming to these countries, never lived here before, and think they're going to live somewhere that's $300 a month. They're going to get the hell out as soon as they can. Three bedroom, 2 bath, $300 a month. I don't know about, don't say, that's what I'm telling you, Kevin. Don't come on with, well, I don't know. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because that's no. I know plenty of places close to Boca Chica, on the other side of the bridge of Boca Chica, you can get a house. You can rent a house, $400 a month. 3 bedroom, whatever. Okay? Ain't no hot water. Electricity's gonna go out 12 hours out of every day. Electricity's going out. Okay? Don't, man, I lived there. I lived there. I can tell you firsthand, as somebody coming from the States, there's no way in hell you gonna make it. Not with those conditions. No way. You're not accustomed to waking up. You got no water, no electricity, and you ain't even got a generator. What you gonna do? You don't know when the power went out, your phone's about to die, and you telling people to go to the DR and rent this for $300? When you Dominican, you're accustomed to that. When you're an American that's never been there, ain't never lived there, there's no way in hell. See, that's the problem, man. You cannot tell people that. You you setting them up for failure when you tell people that. I'm in New York, one of the most expensive states. Yeah, that's New York. What you paying in New York, go down to Alabama, go to Louisiana, go to Kentucky. See what they pay. I guarantee you they paying about as much as they paying for a nice place in the DR. Don't believe me? I'm from a small town called Demopolis. Okay? I guarantee you I can get an apartment in Demopolis, all the amenity for around $350, $400 a month. No BS. Hell, when I was in Yuma, I had my own place in Yuma just to have somewhere to go. That was only $250 a month. $250. That's it. That's all I was paying monthly in Yuma. $250. So don't tell me that in the States, that's where you're choosing to go. You chose to go to New York. You don't have to live in New York. That's what? 47 other states you can move to. And a bunch of them are a lot cheaper. You guys are tripping. When you tell people that, man, I'm telling you, you give people ideas that they can come to these countries and live on little or nothing till they get there and realize that's not the case. There's been too many examples right here where people have lied. Oh, come here, it's great, it's wonderful, it's cheap. 2 years later, they're in another country selling that same lie. Where am I at? Let's see. Man, you can get daily platters in the DR. Kevin, that's when you know where to go. You talking to somebody ain't never been there. You got to separate the two. You say it as if we automatically know when we come from the States where to go to get a $3 meal. But then again, how do you even know they like that $3 meal? Everybody doesn't want to eat rice and beans and whatever the meat of the day is every day. Not coming from the States, now when you got all these different choices, the main staple of the place you talking about $3 a day or $3 for a plate is what? Rice and beans, and then throw in whatever meat you want. Pork chops, fish, chicken. That's every day. People, no man, no. Some of these neighborhoods are worse than being in the field in the army. Yes. Howard, I can respect his opinion, but everyone is entitled to one. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying you need to think about it from a different perspective. You as someone who came from an island, lived that way, speak the language, are trying to tell somebody who's never been to this country, doesn't know how to speak the language, what they can do similar to what you could do. That is no. Yes, you're right. I was raised in the PR and speak the language, so it's yes. That's all I'm saying, Dad. You can't tell people that. Yeah, you can go there and live on 300. If they were you, sure. But imagine if they don't speak the language. They don't know where these places are that you know. And because they don't speak the language and they're a gringo, you think they're going to get treated the same way they treat you? Come on, man. You tripping. Man, I got people who see me here every day, in these malls every day, right? And I get invited to different places. But if I go to some of these places on my own, you think they're gonna give me the same price that they give a local? No. Dude, I've been to too many of these towns where people see me, the price is automatically double. And the girl will go, no, we ain't paying 10,000 pesos when you can buy this for 3. No, man, no. You looking at it wrong, bro. Y'all look at it wrong. You guys that come from these countries and you tell people that they can come and do these things, they're not you. They can't do that. Yes, DR sells lunch plates for about $3. How about when you start in the DR? That's what I'm saying. People who've been there know where to get these things at. But when you don't know, you come there for the first time, you think you're going to live there like that? No way, man. Howard, date is much cheaper than here. I'll tell you that much. A date? Let's see. I'm late to your stream. Did you move into your new place already? Congrats. No. I don't move until the 4th. I don't move until the 4th. Listen to Kevin if you want. He's leading you wrong. I'm just saying, dude, Kevin, from his experience from being from somewhere like that, he knows what he can do. The problem is, bro, everybody is not Kevin. They can't do what he does, especially when they don't speak the language, especially when they don't know where they're going. You don't know where you're going, you don't speak the language, and you think you're going to get treated the same way, you tripping. All U.S. citizens are counted in the globe, top 1% based on standard of living and access to services. Okay, here, happy in Claremont. Let's see, Charles can buy himself a home for $100K and live comfortable. Man, oh my God. Bro, where you live at in New York? Where you live, Kevin, in New York? Seriously, real talk. Where you live in New York? How can you live in the DR in any third world country? Let's see. Austin, Texas. Oh yeah, Austin is up there. Let's see. Once honeymoon is over and overseas, people realize U.S. better. U.S. is better for living, for cost of living, tech, food, transport. I cannot disagree with you. Let's see. If you plan in moving somewhere else, you do have to do your research, not just pick up and move somewhere without doing your homework, okay? Let's see, who wants to get daily platters for $3 every day? That ain't living, that's just existing. We gotta do better. Again, man, I want where are you living right now, Kevin? Where you still think if you buy a $1,000 house, I'm sorry, $100,000 property, you only need $1,000 a month to live. Man, I don't get that, bro. I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't get where you get that from at all. You just gonna live on $1,000 a month. No way in hell. Nah, I couldn't do. I don't even own a house. Okay, here. I don't even own a house. And like I told you guys in my other video, we talked about this. I spend between $3,700 and $4,000 a month. Easy. And you talking about living here on $1,000? Dude, that's like 30 minutes in the casino for me, $1,000. I just don't see it. I've traveled the world. You are the exception. $3 place are healthier and more food than you can get in the States for sure than McDonald's. You talking beans, rice, and whatever the meat of the day. You may get an arepa, beans, rice, salad, and whatever the meat of the day is every day for the rest of your life. I don't know nobody that's doing that from the States. No screens in the windows, mosquitoes, bugs flying all day and night. Not me. And LJ is there all the time. He knows as well. Bro, you are not going to convince people from the States. You from there. You know what to expect. You telling me, okay, Kevin, I put it to you another way. Let's change this whole thing around. Because you're looking at it from the lowest end. Okay, you're in New York, right? How much is it to stay in Manhattan? Or how much is it to stay in Chelsea? Right? Because you're looking at everything from the lowest end. Take somebody who's from Chelsea that's moving there to the island. You telling me that all they need is $1,000 a month? Because that's the part you all don't get. You all seem to think that everybody is on the same level. You all seem to think that everybody that's going to these places look at the world the same. Well, I only need this to get by. I only need one shirt, one pair of shoes, and two pair of pants. That's all I need. Everybody doesn't live like that, bro. Most of these people coming from the States don't live like that. They don't live like that. I know plenty of people in the DR right now. They only need one pair of sandals and one pair of shoes. They're not looking to get anything else. They're content with that. That's not your average American. That's all I'm trying to point out. People who come from the States, yeah, we're spoiled. We're definitely spoiled. We're definitely used to getting what we want, when we want it, at a certain price. And when you say go there and live on $1,000, I'm assuming that you're guessing that he never has a problem. That nothing never breaks. His refrigerator never goes out, stove never breaks, washing machine never breaks. And before you jump up and say, well, man, you can get a washing machine for $100, sure. And then 6 months later, that one's broken. Because you got to understand who we are when we come there. We're not the same as the locals. Let's see. Yeah, just like in Thailand, there's a local price and there's an expat. That's what I'm trying to tell them, man. Let's see. I ain't compromising on nothing. Not just the basic necessities, but you got entertainment, shopping, medical hobbies, traveling, girls, scouting, et cetera, et cetera. No way, 1,000 is enough. Hey. But that's the thing though, dude, is everybody's lifestyle is different. I think Kevin, I don't know him personally, I don't know anything about him. I'm just saying he looks more on the lowest end. He looks at the just baseline, bottom line, and it's like most people traveling. That's like saying when you travel here, you're only looking to stay in hostels. You're not looking to stay in a hotel. You're not looking to stay anywhere of any stature. You're just looking to just get on the plane and say you're in the country. You just existing. That's basically what Kevin is talking about, just existing. To be on $1,000 a month. That's just not realistic, bro. Talking urban fact, let's see. Now, if you want a minimalist lifestyle and tropical weather, then overseas is better. Let's see, $1,000 per month is a starting point. That budget is way too strict for me. Let's see. I bought a property in Larelis for $94K and I spent over $27K a month. There you go. Let's see, I'm not saying he's going to be living the baller life, but it's definitely possible. Not everyone blows 1,000. Bro, if you're in the States right now, I'm being honest, if you're in the States right now, you got friends in the States right now that have never been outside the States. Explain that life to them and show them videos or photos of where you're talking about and see how many of them would actually go there with just $1,000 a month. You will. This is how many gonna get that answer. 1,000 a month, don't start a family or make any mistakes. You can't, dude, you have one thing go wrong, you done. If I visit, will I have a good time? We can't, I can't, I don't know what you're into, bro. How much money will I need to spend to visit for a week just to visit? I have no idea. I don't know what you're into. I don't know what kind of lifestyle you carry. Obviously, you talking about $1,000 a month. You ain't talking about staying nowhere of stature at all. So, the cheapest hotel that I don't know where you're going in the DR. I'm assuming Santo Domingo. I'm trying to remember on hotels.com. How much is that Hotel Discovery, if LJ's still in here, that's on Independencia Highway or Independencia Street? There's a Hotel Discovery right there by Independencia Park. I think that was like, or it used to be like $30 a night or $40 a night. I don't know about the other ones. I haven't been there in a while. Let's see. let's see, I'm a single guy with no family. Maybe that's why I'm speaking the way I, pretty much. Where do you live in New York, bro? And just curious, what do you do for a living? Let's see, guys need to live in these countries for at least a year before purchasing property. Let's see, Kevin is from Puerto Rico, not the DR. Oh, you asking, is he from Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic? I don't know. Let's see, you guys need to wrap it up with that child support killing y'all. Man, everybody got no child support. MREs made me content when there wasn't any decent food or restaurants around. The meat I'm going to eat MRIs when I'm retired. Hell no. Wait, that means I'm going to eat it. Yo, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know what kind of lifestyle Kevin lives, but most people coming from the States, man, and most people that's traveling are not going to live like that. I'm not saying everybody's not, but most are not going to live like that. So he's from Puerto Rico, but traveled to the DR frequently. Most Americans that travel or living overseas are not hand-to-mouth and accustomed to more. For the most part, we need to be able to move around. Can't do that on a $1,000. That's all I'm saying, man, is lifestyle. Most people are not going to go there and live like that. He said, my utilities is $1,000 a month. Okay, here's another guy, K-Mac. Ask K-Mac, Mr. Mac, can you go to the DR? As many times you've been to the DR, I'm sure you know places you can go that are super cheap, but if you only had $100,000 in the bank, K-Mac, could you live on $1,000 a month in the DR and say, like, I'm trying to think of the DR, San Cristobal, because that's about what, 150 to 200 in rent, or in Boca Chica on the other side of the bridge, not where the hotels and the beaches are, on the other side, right? Can you live over there on just $1,000 US a month? Mr. Mac has been there, K-Mac has been there, I don't know how many times. So is LJ. I can already tell you, LJ, hell no, that ain't gonna happen. K-Mac, probably not, because K-Mac usually stays in the same areas I stay at when I go to the DR. But I'm just curious, K-Mac, what your answer would be. You see, I'm in Riverdale, Bronx Medical, claims processing. Okay. You got spammers. Yeah, I see this, whatever this is that keep popping up about some tech or something. Can't find it right now. Yeah, this one. Let's see. Are there any others? Let's see. No, I don't think so. Not for where I stay in the minute. Damn, Mr. Mac, I was reading that and you took it away. I'm reading it and you took it all, but bro, I understand what you're saying. As somebody who's been here for a minute and have been in these areas and see how these people live, I can tell you, man, there's no way. No, you cannot live there for $1,000. Now, where I like to stay, yeah, I already know, K-Mac. Where you staying at? No. I mean, that's your rent. You ain't gonna have nothing left. That's your rent. You gonna have jack left. In Bay of Vista, Narco, and Pantini area in the DR, no, you're not gonna have nothing left. You know, you may have $100, $150 left after you pay the rent, and that's all you got for the month. No. I just don't, it's lifestyle, bro. It's lifestyle. People look at it and it's lifestyle, because I'm telling y'all, those girls I was talking about live in Guarani, you know how long it takes them to get into the city taking a bus to where they got to go to work? and you're at least an hour out from the city. And then that's a walk. You gotta walk 2 miles just to get to the location where the bus is, if the taxi's not there. And you're taking another hour just to get into the city, just to get into the city. Then you gotta take either the metro or another bus a couple times just to get to your job. So you're looking at what, 2.5, 3 hours extra every day just to get into the city and then just to go back. So that's 6 hours in a day you lost just moving around. There ain't no way I'm living like that, bro. No way. And that's the other thing too on that 1,000, because Kevin didn't mention this part for whoever's listening to this. How you getting around? You taking a bus. You taking nothing but buses. And if you haven't seen, or you taking public cars in the DR, and if you ain't never been there, this is going to be a sight for you to see. Because if you think you're going to get in a car like Uber by yourself, you got another thing coming. If you think you've been on crowded buses in the U.S., you got another thing coming when you go to the Dominican Republic. Because they got cats hanging all outside the door, holding on as that bus shoots down the freeway 60, 65, 70 miles an hour. That's a whole different world. You know, you may get on the bus, somebody brought on some chickens, somebody might have brought on a goat, and I'm not making this up. And those of you from there know that I'll tell you the truth. Go ahead and try it and see how that work out. Try. I want to see you try it on $1,000. I really would. Let's see, 100,000 in the bank won't last long. No, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It ain't gonna last long. Doing bare ass minimum might work on PT tests because you know you can pass, but you're cutting it close with living on $1,000 a month overseas. It takes me a motor concho for it. Man, I wouldn't ride that motor. There ain't enough money to get me to ride them damn motor conchos. Ain't no way, bro. Again, Kevin, this is all stuff you leave out that you ain't telling these cats. Because you riding that motor concho, and cats here ain't never been on a bike like that. They ain't never been on a bike where the cat gonna ride right side, left side. They open the door, he swerve onto the sidewalk, swerve back onto the street. Nah, dude. See, that's all the details y'all leave out when you tell people that. You leaving out all these details about what it's really like. Let's see. I'm not staying anywhere for $30 a night. Let's see. I pray one does not have an emergency of any kind on that budget. I'm going to tell you like somebody told me a long time ago in the DR. Have you ever noticed when you're in the DR that there's a lot of missing arms, a lot of missing legs? Okay. Don't even get on the bus, let alone a motor concho. Man, shh. Listen to me. Okay, these are details that get left out. Transportation. Man, on buses, those public cars in the DR, you might as well be the Flintstones. I let Henry talk me and Lou into trying one of those damn public cars. I just paid for the whole car. I was like, no, dog, ain't nobody else getting in here. How much is it for the whole car? We didn't even get in. You open the door, you can see the street. I said, no, dog, I ain't riding this shit. Hell no. Hell no. No, dude. Mr. Mac, you know this. LJ, you know this. No, dude. Y'all, you tripping if you think you going to the DR and you going to live like that. When I was there in the DR, I used InDrive, okay? And just because you can don't mean you should. Let's see, I'm only kidding, respect. It's all good, Cal. I'm just saying, man. Just, telling people that, man, and you leave out a lot of details, man. That's a lot of details being left out in the DR. As somebody who lived in the DR, I can tell you firsthand, nah. First time they get in a public car, or the first time They get in one of those buses that's just like completely full. Oh no, no, no. Is he going to eat rice and beans and chicken every day? I told you, Mr. Mac knows. That's a staple in the DR, dude. For breakfast, you're gonna get eggs with tomatoes, onions. I forgot what else is it, but no meat. Mm-mm. And then you're gonna get rice, beans, lunch, and then for dinner, rice, beans, and whatever meat you want to throw in it, plus plant nose. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the guys walking by in the morning selling coconuts or selling whatever fruit and plant nose every morning, depending on the neighborhood you in. You're gonna hear them yelling every morning in your window for you to come out and buy something. Now in Bay Vista and Pantic, you don't have that. Now they can't even get in. They won't get past the guard. But in some of the other areas, yeah, you gonna have that if you ain't used to people coming by early in the morning, yelling, talking about buying crap, yeah, you get ready for it. It's actually doesn't, it's just that Mark used to living a certain lifestyle and I respect it, but most people in these countries will be fine, man. They're not gonna trust you with that, bro. No. You can tell them all day, but they let them go and find out for themselves. I'm telling you. Man, somebody from the States going to those type of conditions. Do they still have Uber in the DR? Is Uber still in the DR? I thought it was going away or something like that. Let's see. Warren Buffett said it best. If you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you will work the rest of your life. In the quote, passive. Yeah. Mr. Chance, you said about passive income. I've been promoting that for years. What's the average salary in Colombia? I don't know. Good question. What's the average salary in Colombia? I know what the minimum salary is. I don't know what the average salary is. So the average salary, according to this, for August 2021 is about $1,200 a month. That's average. Minimum salary is around $300 a month. Now, if you ask me what the average salary is here in Medellin, I don't know. What's the average salary in Medellin, Colombia?
Here's what I found.
So 28. No, that can't be right. Okay, that's Colombian pesos. I'm like, yeah, there ain't no way that's right. The average yearly salary in Medellin. So it's 28. Let me do the conversion real quick. And I'll tell you real quick. According to this, what it says the average salary is. That's including doctors, lawyers, nurses, all of that. So, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the average salary in Medellin, Colombia is $6,522 a year. That's the average salary. But that's not like what a doctor would make or a lawyer. That's just overall in the city of Medellin, because the minimum salary is about $300 a month, right around. They just raised it to $1 million, so it's $1 million. So it's right around, what is that? 12 a year? No, 300, like 3,600 a year. That's the low. But on average, it's about double that. It's right around 6.5, so it's right around double. No, Colombia ain't cheap. That's the problem, bro. That's the problem. Cats look at what people make here, and they try to equate. Okay, if they make 300, then I should be able to live on 1,500, right? That's the equation a lot of people from the States will say. But you are so far off because you have no idea how they live. And the number one thing people forget, you're a foreigner. You're not getting the local price. You're getting the gringo price. You're not gonna get their price. If you thinking you're gonna come here and pay what your prepago pays, you are out of your mind. You out of your mind. You're gonna get the highest price on everything. You're a foreigner. You're not a local. The DR is $10 a day average salary. Yeah, that's about right. They're right about. That's on the low end. That's the minimum salary that you're talking about in the DR. Is 300. That's on the lowest end. But that's not what the city average would be. What I gave you was an average of everybody. What you gave me was an average of the lowest. That's what the lowest of the low make, right? Is about $300 a month. That's the lowest end. But that's not the average salary for the Dominican Republic. For like Santo Domingo, that's not the average salary. Ain't no doctors in the DR making $300 a month. Let's see, they came down the street selling coconuts. That's in avocados. The average wage in 2019 in the U.S. is about 51,000, and the median income was 34. Yep. And for the record, yeah, Colombia ain't cheap, bro. It's just not the place you guys go to. Which are again, Kevin, bro. Ooh, how long you been in the States? How long you been in the States, man? Because okay, I'll try to give you another analogy. Let me try to give you another analogy to try to sum this up for you. All right. If you were to come to Colombia right now, and you talking to a Colombian girl, and you asked a Colombian girl, where would she like to go in the United States of America? I'm pretty sure she's not going to tell you some hood somewhere in the United States. She ain't going to tell you that, right? If you ask her, where's the first place you would like to go? Because I love to ask the Colombian girl, first place a lot of them like to go, New York, Nueva York. That's where they want to go. Where in New York? I want to see the Statue of Liberty. I want to see this. I want to see that. The point that I'm trying to make to you, Kevin, is this. You see the world from the lowest end. That's where you're looking from. Everything that you conveyed to us, everything that you tried to explain to us comes from the bottom. That's from the lowest end. I'm sure when you get an airline flight, you get a basic flight. You got to remember, everybody doesn't live the same. Even people from the low end on the States. You think they want to come here and live out in the campo when they see all these YouTube videos of everything that goes on in the city? Because the lifestyle that you're explaining is somebody who's living alone, out on the beach, by themselves. That's what you're explaining. That's not what people want to do when they retire. Even people here, the poorest girl here ain't trying to go live in no hood. That's what you don't get, man. That's why I think you're missing the entire point. People are not trying to go and just be in the lowest areas, want to have the lowest amount, always want the cheapest things. That's what you're missing, bro. You are so on the bottom end of everything. And people here who are medium class, who have cars, because I'm going to get my taxi driver to tell you this. I asked my taxi driver in the car one day, as a gringo coming from the States, coming here, what's the minimum they need to live on? She going to tell you $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Because for her, she's probably lower middle end, and she spends probably $1,200 to $1,500 a month as a Colombian with a car on the lower middle end. And you trying to tell me as a gringo coming here that's going to get gringo prices, you going to live here on $1,500 or $1,000 in the DR. Man, y'all tripping. You tripping. And I'm not in tourist spot. If you think Guarny, or Saint Helena is a tourist spot. Come on. Or Robledo is a tourist spot. Come on, man. That's the hood. I'm in Poblado, right? But most of the places where I go, that's not tourist spot. How many of you all have heard of TT Ribi? Even know where they El Santuario, Alejandria. People don't know where these places, Maranilla. Nobody know where these places are because they're not tourist spots. So when you say I'm been hanging out in tourist, dude, no, I go everywhere. I've been to all of them. Got videos showing I'm in all of them. Okay? And I'm telling you, even going to those places, no way. No way. You tripping, dude. You see life just on the lowest end, man. It's like, oh. Uber's still there, okay. So they get fooled by the high rises and fancy YouTube videos here in Bangkok. You'll see shanty towns right next to $1 million yes. A few combat vets have learned the right to splurge and live comfortable and take the Uber by myself from place to place. A gringo is a gringo. It's the bottom. Man, I'm trying to take, he's giving y'all prices from a local perspective. You ain't getting no local prices here. You tripping. If you go to a mom and pop spot, as soon as you open your mouth, you can speak Spanish all day long. As soon as they hear that the way you speak is not the way they speak, oh, it just got double. You a gringo. Oh no, it's double. I'm not going to a third world country and live less than I do in the States. That's all I'm saying, Mr. Mac. Facts. Let's see. Yes, Uber's still there. Okay. I ain't bringing them here to no damn expensive. What? Let's see. Additional local people from other countries rely on their other relationship. Mr. Chance, thank you. To help assist them with costs necessary through the year to include money they don't even pay back. Mr. Chance, I don't know how it is in the country you're in, and I'm not sure how it is in the Philippines. Let me tell you how it is here in Colombia. They start out a family, right? They got a house. They have kids. They build a second house. They have kids. They build another house. They stack. If there's an issue with one person, it ain't a one person issue, it's a family issue. If you got a bill we need to pay or they need to pay, it's not our bill we need to pay. That's how it works here, bro. When they say they are family, they mean they are family. There ain't none of that. Oh no, in the States, how much you owe? $600? Man, you better get a loan. You better figure that out. I'll give you $50 on it. Here, no. How much you owe? $300? Okay. Go tell your sister I need such and such. Go tell your uncle I need such and such. Go tell I need such and such. They get it. They pay it. That's how it works here. That's a whole different deal here, bro. Where was I at? Foreigners won't have relatives in other countries. That's the part they don't get, man. They don't see it. It is $250 a night for the smallest hotel in Manhattan, New York. That's why there's a life gear for digital nomads and retirees. You need money coming in and working on more passive income to come in. Yep. What's up, Juan? How you doing? Urban, ain't nothing wrong with making US dollars for all abroad. That should be everyone's plan, man. Not when they listen to you, Kevin, because you tell them they don't need much to live on. Papi Tacaño. You Papi Tacaño. In the DR, they're going to give you two fit. They're going to give you two of these. They're going to give you one. They're going to give you two. Let's see. Man, y'all tripping. Here they call you Chichipatos. That would be your name here, Chichipatos. That's one thing I can respect about Southeast and Asia. South Asian, and South American families, they work together as a unit. In America, when you turn 17 or 18, you get kicked out. Yeah, here, now, they don't want you to leave. They don't want you to leave, bro. They do not want you to leave, bro. That's why I'm telling y'all. That's like one of the biggest telltale signs when you're living in this country. And I'm gonna give y'all some real talk. This is one of the biggest tell signs here. Like now with the holiday season. If you got somebody here right now that's alone, then they ain't doing nothing but seeing prepagos. Because if you got any kind of friends here, they're not gonna let you be alone for the holiday. That ain't happening. That is not gonna happen. Even if they got to come get you, that's not gonna happen. They gonna call you every morning just like your family. They gonna talk to you just like your family. You gonna know everybody in the family. Dad, mom, uncle, sisters, cousins. You gonna know everybody. Everybody. And it's nothing like the States, man. Nothing. They don't need, when you out in areas like that, bro, they don't need a whole lot. You get a bag of rice and some beer, we got a party. They don't need much. But when you hear cats on the holidays doing live shows, I'm like, you going live? Live? Man, I'm at somebody's house. I'm going live. They just here messing with prepagos. Period. That's all they doing. Because Colombians don't let that happen. That's not going to happen. Let's see. Moving overseas required total transformation of one's mindset. Too many still bring the U.S. ways of thinking with them. And this is that's why they don't last. They don't last long. Average salary in Bangkok, $420. Is that everybody, Mr. Clark? Or that's just on the low end? I'd like to see you put some of your old videos up when you were living in the DR, Santo Domingo, Tacaño. That's my kind of party. Rice and beer. Here, man, depending on the area you're in, look, that birthday party I went to, perfect example. That birthday party I went to, there's no way that many people should have been in that little bitty apartment. No friggin' way. Dude, there were so many people in that apartment, and that's a 2-bedroom. That's a 2-bedroom apartment. I swear to you, it's probably the size of my living room. 2-bedroom apartment. And she got 3 dogs. I'm like, but hey, that's what they do. That's how they do it here. You ain't got nowhere to live. You been kicked out of your family's house. You can live with me. We ain't got no room. Don't matter. You can sleep on the couch. I ain't worried about no rent. None of that. That's how they roll here. Panama is $800 per month. All right. You take your butt to Panama. You need some money. That's everybody just in Bangkok. And remember, this is the city center, so they make much less. Wow. So the average salary is $420. Yeah, they living out in the campo, bro. They make far less than that. Wow. Wow. But Kevin, man, you started something. I'm not saying you cannot do it. I'm never gonna say you can't do something, dude, but most people coming from the States are not gonna want to live like that. No, dude. They're not gonna want to live like that, man. They're not. Because, again, when you think about the beds, how many of you all have been on a local bed? And I'm saying there's a difference between a bed that you would get, the traditional bed that you're thinking of in the States, and a bed that you would get at a local's house. How many of you all experienced that? Because that's different. It's not the same. It's not the same. I'm telling y'all, if you got a local girl, go visit her house. Goes to her house, check out her house. It's different. It's not the same. Go sit, just don't even lay on the bed, just sit on the bed. And you'll see. It ain't it ain't the same, dude. It's not the same. That's what I love about my Latin people. You don't need much to have a good time, especially now. No, bro. Kevin, okay, you from Latin America. Can you please tell the people how they get Christmas gifts here? How do they, where do they put Christmas gifts here in Latin America. Okay? Where do they put Christmas gifts? Where do they put Christmas gifts? Because most of them don't have Christmas trees. I can tell you that right now. So where do they put Christmas gifts? I didn't even know this. Me being dumb gringo, you know, I'm from the States. Everybody got Christmas trees. I grew up poor in Alabama, but we had a Christmas tree. My grandfather used to go out, cut down a tree, throw lights all around, have a star at the top, put down the little, whatever that fabric is at the bottom, let the tree sit on it, and everybody got their gifts under the tree. Not in Latin America. Not in all of Latin America. There's some people here who have Christmas trees, but the majority, no, they ain't got Christmas trees. How do they get their gifts? Hey bro, I'm in Costa Rica now. All right, Juan. Let's see. I'm a long time follower. Much respect for you. Is given an objective perspective. That's all. Hey, I ain't trying to argue with you at all, bro. I'm just saying, man, you're different. But I'm serious. Anybody know here in Colombia how they get Christmas gifts? How they give it to them? Like I said, I'm a dumb American. Didn't know. Didn't know. That's because most of these countries don't have many opportunities, so they come here for that. Yeah. Yeah. So for those that didn't know, Christmas gifts, they're under the bed. That's how they get them. They get them under the bed. I did not know that. I would suspect a lot of you all didn't know that. Again, it's different how they do things here. It's just different. Not saying it's wrong, not saying what we do is better, it's just different. I had never experienced that. I got a Christmas gift, she bought, and they bought me a Christmas gift. I wasn't even expecting anything, because the only thing I really got was, I bought like some food for the party, but I got a Christmas gift. Wasn't even expecting. I don't know what Kevin's age is. Latin America celebrates Christmas and Three Kings Day and a few. Yeah, that one's coming up next. I remember that one from the DR and here last year. So, it's different here, dude. $30 res. I don't know what that one is. Unless I'm reading that wrong. I'm reading 30 something. But yeah, as I was saying with the Christmas trees, most of them don't have them. Don't have them. Another big deal here that just passed was those candles. I can't remember what they call it when they light all those candles and they're outside. So when you guys come here on vacation, when was this, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago? And everybody's got all these candles outside their house. That's a big deal here as well. There's a bunch of little celebrations and festivals that they have here. Some of them I still don't understand. They tell me the name of it, and I'll go, okay, so what's the significance? What's the significance of this? And they'll try to explain it, and I still don't get it. I still don't get it. But it's different here, man. And that's the fun part about being here, is the ability to go out and meet people and see different ways that they do things. To see different ways. Perfect example. Some of you guys watched that video I just put out, right? Christmas in Guarani. You know where those sparks came from? Because most people would buy sparklers, right, in the States. You buy cheap sparklers or you buy cheap fireworks. Nope. When you don't have money for that, you take Brillo pad that you would scrub the sink or scrub whatever with, and you light that on fire and you create sparks that way by spinning it. That's where those sparks came from. I had never seen that before. And we were poor as hell in Alabama. But my poor and my experience in Alabama is nowhere near what it is here. When you don't have money, bro, literally have money, they think of ways to celebrate the exact same and have just as much fun doing it. Just as much fun doing it. Just like they had sparklers, they go to the grocery store and buy 2 bags of Brillo pads, super cheap. Take a string, tie a string to one end, stretch it out, set it on fire, create sparks. Everybody in the family gets to do it. I'd never seen that before. And it's generally different from one country to the next. All the Latin countries is not the same, different cultures completely. Some similar DR has nothing in common with Argentina, just the like, yeah. Not even the language on some of the urban. Have you listened have you listened to some of the words in the DR? Let's see. So each camel comes in different colors and significance and signifies a different saint. Yeah. They tried to explain it to me, man. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. But like I said, dude, I love learning different ways that they do things here. It's just different. Not that our way is better. Not that their way is wrong. It is just different. And I enjoy it, man, because it's just a new way of doing things, right? When we go on these trips, they always take me to some area I've never found them of things that they do. Just going to a river. You guys, if you've never been to a river with Colombians, you got to do that when you come. Just take a taxi or however you get around. You rent a car, whatever. Take a bunch of Colombians with you and go out to a river. Bro, don't care what they got on. Doosh, they jumping right in the pool. They jumping right in the river. Muddy, don't matter. Doosh. Damn. Never seen nothing like it. What's up, Melvin? Okay. Kevin, when do you do the people? Wait, Kevin, why do the people you love to go to the States to make more money or live better, you just throwing shade? Hey, let's see. You're from the same town as AG Gas. Yeah, yep, yes sir, blank slate, yes sir. But man, I'm telling y'all, man, it's different, it's unique, and you can have a ton of fun here, but you have to meet people. You got to get out, you got to meet Colombians. Sitting here all day, messing with prepagos, it's gonna get old. That's why they leave. It gets old. It starts out in the beginning, as somebody said, they're excited. You're in a new country, you got all these new people, you got a new adventure, and all they spend their time doing all day, prepagos. 6 months later, a year later, they want to do something else. And what did they learn? Nothing. Do they have any friends? No. Because prepagos come and go. The saddest part, and some of y'all veterans who are here, and I'm sure those of you that go to the ACA have probably heard this. There's a bunch of these guys here dating or think they dating these prepagos and get mad when they see somebody else. She's a prepago. I never understood that. Man, let me get up off here. Been on here too long already. Now, does anybody else have any other questions regarding the main topic of this, which was VA facilities outside of the U.S.? Anyone else have any other questions? Because there's only one in one other country, that's the Philippines, and U.S. territories and the United States. That's it. Everywhere else is strictly third party. They have no affiliation whatsoever with the United States of America. Meaning this, I'm going to give the last two examples. You have surgery in that country and it goes wrong, you can't go back to the United States and say, they screwed up my surgery, you guys going to have to fix it. No. They're only authorizing the payment. They didn't tell you to go to that country, number one. And number two, they didn't tell you to have surgery there. That was your choice. The problem is people get that confused and think that's VA is VA for the United States of America. No, it is not. That is a facility, that's a third party, that's calling themselves Veteran Services, that has nothing whatsoever. Because when you receive these bills in the mail from the Foreign Medical Program, that should tell you that's not your United States of America. That's a third party service that's billing the United States of America. So anything that you're getting done at that service has nothing to do with the United States of America. Just so we're clear. Same with medications. You change up all your medications based upon their recommendations. The U.S. government has nothing to do with it. Because you're not taking what they told you to take. You've now changed it to something else. Remember that. All right? So don't go to these countries Well, we got a VA. That's not a VA. Well, it's not your VA. That's not your U.S. government. Please understand that. Anytime you're filling out a form that says Foreign Medical Program, that's not your U.S. government. What was that? Now that's one thing I'll admit, try not to go to a hospital abroad, because that's where you get screwed. I wouldn't say so much here in Colombia. Now in the DR, they do have some good hospitals in the DR. Not the one on what is it? El Centro? No. El Conde. Don't go to that one. Don't go to that one on El Conde. Avoid that one at all costs. Avoid that one. But the one that they have out in Pantini is not bad. It's actually rated pretty high. They got some excellent ones here in Colombia. I'm just telling you guys that be careful what you do, thinking something is one thing when it's not. That's all I'm saying. That was the whole point of this video, is when you're in these countries, and you can go to the VA's website, you can go to the U.S. Embassy website, and they will list all the services that they have. In countries like this, Panama, DR, you will not see anything that says VA facility, because they have no association with our government. You're not going to see it. They can call themselves Veteran Hospital. They can call themselves U.S. American, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. You will never see it on the VA website. You will never see it on the embassy's website, because that is not our government. All right. It's the capital of surgeries. Their Christmas trees are at those malls. Gill. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's up to you guys where you all have surgery and where y'all do these different things. That was the whole point of this video, man, is to let you all know. Because you're going to get these bills from those countries if you're going to those services. If you haven't received them yet and you just started, don't worry. As long as you gave them an accurate address, you're going to get these receipts, and it's going to tell you how much is being paid every month. All right? Any other questions regarding VAs outside the United States of America? And just remember, there's only one, Philippines. All these other ones are not your U.S. government, other than U.S. territory. Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, Guam, American Samoa, and Northern something. I can't remember the name of the other one. Those are all U.S. government. Everything after that is not. Don't be, man, I ain't out there with a pre-pargo, bro. And you know this, Kevin, since you from the island, there's too many here that you can talk to, too many that you can meet to even go down that road. You don't, look, dude, the same way you can do things in the States, the same thing you can do here. It's no different. It's no different. There's no reason. That's for tourists. Parque Yeris, El Centro, what am all those strip clubs? All that's for tourists. I ain't a tourist. I don't even have to bother with stuff like that. No, don't need it. Most U.S. stocks pay out their dividends this week. Salute and respect, 100% agree. Yeah, Kevin, you know that. See, people love to tell you, ride the bus if you want to meet girls. Now, go to where they are. Go out to Guarmy. Go to Robledo. Go to don't go to Manrique. You may want to stay out of Manrique. But go to Bejo. Hang out there for a day. Get to meet people. Go to the malls and talk to a lot of the people in the malls. That's where I usually meet them. Malls, grocery stores, or just on the street here in Poblado as they walk to their job. I'm not in, those tourist areas. Ain't nothing out there but pre-pagos. Everybody out there looking to get something out of you. That's why would I need to, that's what I'm telling you guys, I don't carry cash. Don't need it. You here for pre-pago, you need cash. They ain't got, as far as I know, they don't take credit cards yet. Get on Tesla for 2022. Yeah, they're supposed to be coming out with their Cybertruck here pretty soon, supposedly, hopefully. If I were in the States, no, actually, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and I'll be done with this. Actually, if I was in the States, I can't even mess with Tesla, dude. Tesla has had so many discrimination lawsuits, even though I still have, I think I got 20 shares of Tesla stock. I think it's 20 or 15, one of them. But ever since they've been sued for all their discrimination stuff, dude, because I've owned one Tesla. I had a Model S. I'm not buying another one. Not from the way. Go check out all those lawsuits against Tesla for people of color. I'm not, no. I had no idea they celebrated like that. Yeah, it's different, bro. It's different. But all right, guys, I appreciate everybody coming on, man. I got to bounce. I got another house party to go to. I'll see you guys probably on Tuesday. So until then, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Peace.